Here they come. Come on. So the ewes are having a Heptavac injection today. So they are about 3 to 4 to 5 weeks away from lambing time. So it's a vaccination and it is like an annual booster for the ewes, and it also is designed to pass on protection to the lambs for the first, I don't know, however many weeks, and then you give the lambs a booster. So we've just made our way slowly down to the farm, or as slowly as I could, because some of them are getting quite big. We didn't do scanning this time because of the numbers, so it's all a bit of a guessing game this time, and I've only obviously got one small group of sheep. This time last year had like 93 or something ewes to lamb. This year 20. So it's gonna be different. And I'm just going to be looking by eye to guess who's having twins, who's having triplets, and who is maybe having one or none. So yeah, there's less riding on it, and for me that's kind of like really what I needed, was less to be riding on the sheep, if that makes sense. And a few people were wondering why I hadn't been making any YouTube videos. It wasn't an intentional break. There hasn't been lots going on. I think I kind of felt a bit like just making videos about the weather and showing how miserable it might have been was probably just not making me feel like it was really bringing anything worth watching, if that makes sense. And I do update on other social media channels too, but the main reason was, as well, I was doing some work for another company, so they were giving me monthly projects to do. I think some months I ended up having 2 projects to do because of the way it fell, and so that obviously takes up extra time. But I hope now that I will be able to bring some more videos. It sounds like there's a helicopter going over, so it's going to be noisy. And last year was quite a big year for us. We managed to buy the farm, which was like a huge thing that we've been working towards since really immediately after Dad's passing. We kind of knew that's what we wanted, I really felt like I wanted to do. So we managed to achieve that, and we just had like a really obviously we've learned a lot, but it hasn't been easy, like trying to readdress the balance of running the campsite, which is like our main focus, our main business, and give the farming as much as it kind of needed. And it just kind of felt like it wasn't being rewarding. And yeah, like we're not going to make a lot of money with the numbers that we have, but also you kind of really need to enjoy it. And I think I've been through a phase where I was like really trying to keep going because of the memory of my dad, but there were a lot of times where I just thought it's not the same anymore. I'm not enjoying it as much as I did when he was here, and obviously that it takes time to have that realization. And you know, we had really awful weather. Lambing was a nightmare for 2 years in a row. It wasn't enjoyable. The stress really got to me. Lots of things, like I just didn't feel like it was very good for me, what we were doing and the way we were doing things. So I just decided last year that I needed to change things and at least not be so overwhelmed by everything, like that I could have a chance to work out what I enjoyed and what I didn't enjoy. So this smaller number of sheep for now feels like the right thing for me, and I have no regrets right now for selling 3/4 of the sheep, because I just want to enjoy what I'm doing. I want to enjoy it, and so hopefully I'll be able to enjoy it in this way. But yeah, it's certainly not really a commercial, no commercial reasons for continuing. So here they are, all waiting for their injection, and then we'll slowly go back up the field. At least it's a bit cooler today because we have had some warmer weather. And then we're going to do the lambs this afternoon. What might not be clear here is that I really don't enjoy injecting sheep and lambs this way. Don't know why, I just have like this worry that I'm going to do it wrong, that it won't work, or that I'm going to kill them. So a couple of years ago, I've been doing it for like 4 years now. I think I was crying. I was properly having a meltdown about doing it. And obviously you have to get over these things and get on with it. But I still don't really enjoy doing it. And I still don't know how I feel about whether it's even necessary. I'm just not sure. And it's not cheap stuff. It's pretty expensive. And yeah, I don't know whether it's even effective. And I always worry that I'm going to do it wrong and I don't want to hurt the sheep. So that's probably why I look so glum in this video. But it was a job that I decided that I was going to do because if it does work, then there's every chance that it could help save some lambs' lives. So these are what's left of the lambs that we had last year. Every year we always end up with a number of lambs that for whatever reason don't make it to the sale. It might be that I personally am fond of them. For example, we've got 2 that we bottle fed. No, 3 actually, but I'm not entirely sure which one of them is now. And then mainly it's because they had a problem, like they were a funny shape when it came to the sale, they were too small when it came to the sale, something like that. We've got one that we call John Wayne because he slightly wobbles around, like something's not quite right on his legs, like he occasionally wobbles. So we call him John Wayne because he's got a funny walk. And yeah, a few weeks ago we had them in, we mineral drenched them, we've been regularly mineral drenching them. And then we marked with red dots the ones that are ewe lambs. And then the rest of them will be, I guess, for like meat. And I don't know whether I can get my act together and manage to sell some like half lambs to the public or full lamb boxes or something like that. But I think that would be a nice thing to be able to do. And the same with this year's lambs, hopefully with the intention that they would go for lamb boxes as opposed to going to the market, because to be quite honest, I just got fed up of going to the market. It's Good Friday, just giving the ewes their breakfast, and all seems to be well today, which is good. Some big rounded bellies starting to show now. So just touching on a few things from the last video, because I noticed that a few people were making a lot of people making good comments about the fence, a few people making kind of negative comments about the fence, and I think it's important to reiterate that it isn't, the purpose of the fence isn't to upset the users of the countryside. It's to give us peace of mind, because if somebody was to get harmed, there would be the onus would be on us legally, and we don't want that. And I've seen some really sort of strange comments, like sort of saying a stupid farmer would put their cows in a field with a footpath. But what people aren't realising is that if we own the land, then surely we want to be able to graze it how we see fit. And it's important that you can rotate your land. It's beneficial for land to be grazed by a mixture of sheep and cattle, not just one or the other. That's what I was taught anyway. And to have a whole field, 4 or 5 acres in this case, not usable by cattle because of a 90-metre footpath, that to me seems bonkers. So farmers should have the right to use their land, and if it means that we have to put a fence up, then that's what we're going to do. And peace of mind is everything in today's day and age. Like, I want a peace of mind, and so I'm thankful and very appreciative of all the people that were understanding of the situation and seeing and being in praise of it, because I really think it is the way to go for farmers and fields with public access.